friends, welcome to Learn Without Doubts. In today's topic, we will learn about British Mysuru War, also known as Anglo-Mysuru War. So first of all, we can see the map over here, and if we will understand the map first, then it will be easier for us to understand the chapter. So we can see in this map that this part is Mysuru, this part is Mysore, and the upper part, this was the Maratha kingdom, okay, and this part was Hyderabad, okay. We can see it over here, and that is why the conflict, which is known as Anglo-Mysore War, it was generally it was against Mysuru versus Maratha plus Nizam and plus British. It means on the one side there were British army, then Nizam of Hyderabad and Maratha from the Maratha kingdom. They were in the one side, and the another side Mysuru kingdom was there. So this was the scenario of all the Anglo-Mysuru war, or we can call it as a British Mysuru war. So let's start the topic now. Battle of Talikota. Battle of Talikota, it happened in 1565, and this battle was in between Vijayanagar Empire and Bahmani Kingdom. So there were two kingdoms known as Vijayanagar. One was Vijayanagar and one was Bahmani Kingdom. So in between both of these those kingdom, a war happened, and that was known as Battle of Talikota. It took place in 1565. In this war, Mysuru emerged as a kingdom after this war, Vijayanagar and Bahmani kingdom, Mysuru emerged as a kingdom after this war. And in Mysuru, a dynasty which was started was known as Wadiyar dynasty. So this is very important dynasty, you must remember its name. So see the chronology. Battle of Talikota happened in 1565 in between two kingdoms, Vijayanagar and Bahmani kingdom. The result of this kingdom or during this battle, the result of this war or during this battle, a kingdom emerges whose name was Mysuru. Okay, and in the Mysuru, Wadiyar dynasty was started. Okay, then Chikka Krishna Raj, he was the king and he had two commanders, namely Nandraj and Devraj. So Chikka Krishna Raj, he was the king of the Wadiyar dynasty, and he was the king of Mysuru also. So he had two commanders at that time, and the name of the two commanders were Nandraj and Devraj. Then we will learn about Hyder Ali. Hyder Ali, the most prominent figure who started this battle between British and Mysore. So he was the father of Tipu Sultan. So Hyder Ali, he was there from 1722 to 1782. So Hyder Ali was there from 1722 to 1782. Hyder Ali joined as a Sepoy under Nandraj. So Hyder Ali, who was he? He was a Sepoy. He joined as a Sepoy under the commandership of Nandraj. He made an armament for French army in Dindigul in 1755. In Dindigul is a place where Hyder Ali built an armament for the French army in 1755. So he was helping French army. And after that, with the help of the French army, he killed Nandraj in 1760. Nandraj, who was his commander, he was killed by Hyder Ali in 1760 with the help of French army, and that is how Hyder Ali became the next king of Mysuru. So this is how Hyder Ali became the king of Mysuru. Then after Hyder Ali comes Tipu Sultan. Tipu Sultan was there from 1782 to 1799. And one very important point about Tipu Sultan is Thomas Munro called Tipu Sultan as possessed energy. He said because Tipu Sultan was a great warrior and he fought bravely all the war, whatever he fought. So that is why Thomas Munro, who called him possessed energy, that a person who had the possessed energy and who could prove very dangerous to his enemy. That is why Thomas Munro called him the possessed energy. Tipu declared himself king in 1787. Tipu Sultan declared himself king in 1787, and he also started Jacobin Club with the help of France in Srirangapatna. See now, Jacobin Club, first of all, understand what was Jacobin Club. Jacobin Club was the most famous political group of the French Revolution. Okay, during the time of French Revolution, it was the most famous political group, and it became identified with extreme egalitarianism and violence, and which led the revolutionary government from mid 1793 to mid 1794. So this was the time in the French Revolution when Jacobin Club, as an extremist group, it rose to the power, and it were set up in different parts of the France during the French Revolution. The same Jacobin Club was also set up by Tipu Sultan in Srirangapatnam with the help of France, and he also planted a tree of independence over there in Srirangapatnam. So that is why these points are very important. You must remember these points. After that, now we will start with the Anglo-Mysore War, the most important topic of this chapter. So let's start with the Anglo-Mysore War. There were total 4 wars which were fought and 3 treaties which followed these 4 battles. So let's start with the first one. The first Anglo-Mysore War was fought between 1767 to 1769, and the treaty which followed the first war was Treaty of Madras. And there was no governor at that time, because in 1769 there was no system for the appointment of governor by the Britain. That is why there was no governor. So first Anglo-Mysore War was fought from 1767 to 1769, and the treaty which followed the first Anglo-Mysore War, it was Treaty of Madras. And important, if we talk about the important points of Anglo-Mysore War, so as I told you, at that time what happened, scenario changed. Mysuru was first against Britain plus Nizam plus Maratha, as we discussed in the map, that Mysuru was on one side and British army, Nizam and Maratha were on another side. But Nizam and Maratha, they switched side. Okay, Hyder Ali somehow persuaded them to switch the sides, and that is how Nizam and Maratha, they switched side, and Hyder Ali won the first battle. That was first Anglo-Mysore War, was won by Hyder Ali, and British lost. So Treaty of Madras which followed it. Then the second Anglo-Mysore War, it happened from 1780 to 1784, and the treaty which followed it was Treaty of Mangalore. The second Anglo-Mysore War was from 1780 to 1784, and the treaty which followed it was Treaty of Mangalore. The first governor of India was at that time was Warren Hastings. First governor was Warren Hastings, and British defied treaty. Sorry, I should correct this thing, that he was not the first governor of India, but he was the governor of Bengal. So Warren Hastings was the governor of Bengal, first governor of Bengal. So Treaty of Mangalore took place during his tenure, during his reign. Then the important points for the second Anglo-Mysore War was British defied this treaty. Okay, British defied the treaty, that was Treaty of Madras was defied by British, and Ayar Kut, he led British. Ayar Kut was from the Britain side, and Maratha and Nizam, who were in the first war of Anglo-Mysore War, who were with who switched side and who were with Hyder Ali. They again switched side and they again went towards the British army, and they again helped the British army, and Maratha and Nizam again switched side and Hyder Ali died. The result was that Hyder Ali died. Ayar Kut led the British army. So this was all about the second Anglo-Mysore War. Then comes the third Anglo-Mysore War. Third Anglo-Mysore War was fought from 1790 to 1792, and the treaty which followed it was Treaty of Srirangapatnam. Treaty of Srirangapatnam followed the third Anglo-Mysore War, and the governor at that time was Cornwallis. Cornwallis was the governor. And what happened in this, the important point, that France and Kastuntunia, as we know, that which is now known as Istanbul. So France and Kastuntunia, it helped Tipu. France and Istanbul helped Tipu Sultan, but Tipu lost this battle. Okay, so this was the third war of Anglo-Mysore. And the fourth war, which was the final war, which was fought in 1799, and no treaty followed because Tipu died after this, and Wellesley was the governor during this war. So let's revise this table once again. So first Anglo-Mysore War happened from 1767 to 1769. The treaty which followed it was Treaty of Madras, and the important point was Mysuru was on one side, British, Nizam and Maratha were on another side, but Nizam and Maratha, they switched side. They came to help Hyder Ali, and that is how Hyder Ali won the first war. Then the second Anglo-Mysore War was from 1780 to 1784, and Treaty of Mangalore happened, and the first governor of Bengal who came at that time, so Warren Hastings was the governor, and British defied the earlier treaty, that was Treaty of Madras was defied by British. That is why second war initiated, and Ayar Kut from the British side, he led the British army, and Maratha and Nizam, they again switched side, and Hyder Ali died because of this war. Then the third war, which was led by Tipu Sultan. So third war, Anglo-Mysore War, it started from 1790 to 1792, and Treaty of Srirangapatna took place after this third war, and Cornwallis was the governor during this time, and France and Kastuntunia, which is now known as Istanbul, that helped Tipu Sultan, but Tipu lost this war. And the fourth and the final Anglo-Mysore War was fought in 1799, and the governor during that time was Wellesley, and Tipu Sultan died, and this was the end of Anglo-Mysore War. Now, which is the most important point over here, which we should remember, that sometimes or many times, I should say, that this question, these treaties are asked many times in the examination, that which treaty followed after which war. So for example, Treaty of Madras is for when it was this happened after which Anglo-Mysore War. So to remember this thing, a small trick is used. So that trick is Treaty of, we will remember MMS. Okay, so we will remember M, M and S. Though, so first is Treaty of Madras, that we will remember for small m, because see, Treaty of Madras and Treaty of Mangalore both have starting from M. That is why we will remember Madras for small m, and then Mangalore for capital M. So Madras M, then Treaty of Mangalore capital M, and then Treaty of Srirangapatnam S. So MMS, remember, and we will remember all the treaties now. First, Treaty of Madras M, then capital M, Treaty of Mangalore, and third S, Treaty of Srirangapatnam. So this is how we should remember these treaties, which are very important. Now let's look at the summary of this chapter. So there were total 4 wars and 3 treaties which followed: Treaty of Madras after first war, Treaty of Mangalore after second war, and Treaty of Srirangapatnam after third war. So MMS is the trick This is how to remember these three treaties. And after the death of Tipu, that was after the fourth war, so subsidiary alliance was imposed on Mysuru. This subsidiary alliance was also opposed by Tipu, and this was subsidiary alliance was introduced by Lord Wellesley. Lord Wellesley, as we saw, that who was the governor during fourth Anglo-Mysuru war. So this subsidiary alliance was imposed by Lord Wellesley. And what is the crux of subsidiary alliance? That the company lent its army in lieu of the cash. It means that company asked the territories, the kingdoms, the smaller kingdoms were asked by the companies that you pay us the tax, you pay us the cash, and we will give you our army for your protection. So it was like a forceful alliance with the smaller kingdoms by the company. Okay, so this was also imposed on Mysuru after Tipu's death. And Wadiyar kingdom, Wadiyar kingdom was again given to rule Mysuru. And as we saw that Hyder Ali was also from the Wadiyar kingdom, so this that same Wadiyar kingdom was given to rule Mysuru. So hope you liked this video. So if you liked, please write it into the comment box. Please, if you have any query, you may also write it, and I will try to give you answer for that. And please like this like this video and subscribe to my channel. Friends, if you will support me, this is very new channel, I have started it. And please subscribe to this channel. And if you like this video, then please share it with your friends and with those who are preparing for the competitive examination. So see you in the next video. Thank you very much.